Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome salam.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you, Ma?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Okay. Do you mind if we start?
Yeah?
Do you mind if we start right away?
Yes, we must start.
Okay.
I see.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam
Uh,
wabarakatuh.
so I am Ikmal Kashfi Muhammad Hasanuddin.
And I am Shamsu Ammar bin Muhammad Abdullah.
So, as per today, we'll be interviewing you about intercultural communication.
Okay,
So, as for starting questions, before we start, how many years have you studied abroad?
I am studying here about 2 years.
Okay, so it's been 2 years since you studied abroad. So
Yes.
besides Malaysia, is there any other place you have been to?
No, I've been to only Malaysia only.
Okay, I see. All right,
All right.
let's proceed on the next question.
All right. So for the next question, we would like to ask you: before this interview, are you familiar with the term called intercultural communication?
Yes, I am. To me, intercultural communication is all about how people from different cultural backgrounds interact and different languages and value interact, shares idea, and try to understand one another despite those differences.
I see.
Yes, exactly. You got that exactly right. Basically, intercultural communication does mean like what, just like its name, intercultural communication. So, what you just say is precisely correct. So let's get into the next question, which is like, okay, you say that you have been studying abroad for 2 years, right? Okay,
Yes.
based on your experience so far, is there any cultural differences while communicating with people from other culture backgrounds? If yes, what happened?
When a misunderstanding happens, I don't get defensive. I usually smile and come and ask for clarification, saying something like, "Oh, sorry, what did you mean by that? What do you mean by this?" Because it may not be the same meaning I give for myself that there will be the same meaning from them also. So I try to ask for clarification.
I see. Okay,
All right.
so based on that alone, okay, let's move on with the next question.
All right. So as you have said, you have experienced cultural differences while communicating. So we would like to ask you, based on your experience, like in general, have you do sorry, do other cultures that you have encountered here communicate more indirectly compared to Nigerians? And if so, can you give an example?
Okay. Yes, I've noticed that in Nigeria, actually, we tend to be quite expressive when we speak. However, I noticed from people, maybe from Malaysia, especially, can be much more indirect. For instance, for example, if they give you an invitation, so and if they don't want to accept the invitation, they'll be like, "Oh, I will try and think about it." They don't want to be direct. But as for we Nigerian, we are always be direct. So if they invite us to like a ceremony or party and we don't want to go, then we might say, "Oh, I can't make it. I cannot come." So we are more direct and expressive in our communication.
Okay,
Hmm.
I see. So that's very interesting when you put it like that.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, um, based on our research alone, we got a research by Edward T. Hall that say that um, body language can matters a lot when it comes to Nigerian. So what do you think about that? Do you think like body language between Nigerians and other culture is different when you study abroad, or is it the same?
Generally, Nigerians, we are very animated. Like we use our hand for gesture. So while we talking, we use our hand a lot. We smile warmly, and our posture is quite relaxed when we talk. But in abroad, I've noticed some cultures are much more reserved. They keep their hand to their side and maintain a formal posture. So if I'm talking to my friend from Singapore, Malaysia, and also they are not they are not too uh they do not have more I want to say they don't have more uh movement. Yeah, they don't have more movement. So unlike us from Nigeria, we have more movement, and sometimes we tend to touch body touching that. Oh, guy, do you know what I said yesterday? Yeah,
I see.
Okay,
So
very interesting.
what you're trying to say is like when you are in Nigeria, there's more like hand gesture when you're talking.
yes, and the body movement.
And
I
when it
see.
comes
I see. Okay.
and when it comes to other
Thank you.
cultures,
Thank
they
you.
don't really move around, correct?
Yes.
Ah, I see.
I see. All right.
All right.
Let's move on.
Speaking style. All right. So as you have established earlier, there is quite a difference in body language between Nigerians and other culture. But there's also but when it comes to communicating, of course, there is also the importance of speaking style,
Yeah,
like the tone of voice. So my question is, do you think speaking style, like tone of voice, can cause misunderstanding between your culture and others?
absolutely. In Nigeria, our tone of voice is often naturally loud,
Ah,
so and high energy. When I first came here, I realized that some people thought I was angry or arguing when I was arguing. So they'll think that, oh, he's angry or very, very frustrated. But actually, our voice actually loud, and our when we are speaking or to each other, our voice tend to be more louder. People think that, oh, we are fighting or arguing, but it's actually normal to us. So I've had to learn that lower my volume and soften my, because my friend could think, bro, lower your voice, you are shouting like that. So voice can cause misunderstanding between others, but we tend to clarify that, oh, I'm sorry, this is how I talk normal. So I don't mean to disturb you
ah,
or this. Because sometimes if you call home, we tend to shout, how are you? How are you doing? Are you good? That we try to disturb our neighbors, our roommate also, then we try to later apologize for uh loud
So that means like the Nigerians' voice are naturally loud, or
loud.
is it because of certain accents?
Yes, our voice are naturally loud.
ah.
Ah, okay, okay.
It must have been
All
awkward
right.
at times.
That's a pretty that's pretty interesting finding that we got there from you. Okay, so now me. So what do you think about eye contact when it comes to talking with other culture? Is it different from Nigeria or is it the same?
Yes, uh, eye contact is actually based on different people. Some do eye contact and some did not do eye contact. But I initially did. Growing up in Nigeria at has make me have more interest in eye contact. You know, some people they'll be like, oh, if you don't have a long eye contact, it means that you are coward, you are not brave enough.
Mm,
So this teach us up when we are growing up in Nigeria. If we want to talk to each other, we do eye contact. But if you are talking to elderly, we do not use eye contact. We lower our face.
Ah,
ah.
I see, I see. So it does matters lah when it comes to eye contact in Nigeria a lot, yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, let's move on to the next
All
questions.
right. So our next question here. Again, this question has something to do with gestures, like you said earlier. But for this question, in your experience, have you ever felt confused by someone's facial expressions or gestures in culture outside of yours?
Yeah, occasionally. In some cultures, people maintain a very neutral face during conversation, which made it hard for me to really tell maybe they were happy or they were sad or they were furious or they were upset with what I'm saying. So back home, we usually read person's face for person's emotional easily on their face. So to get know what they are feeling, so we read their face. But here, some people tend to have normal face.
I see.
Ah, I see. So back in Nigeria, people are more expressive when they are talking
Yes.
compared to Malaysia. Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to the next question, which is like, okay. based on our research, personal space are very important when it comes to culture.
Yes.
So Edward T. Hall did mention that in his research. And what do you think about personal space when it comes to other culture between Nigeria and your culture?
Mm, in Nigeria, we are very communal, like we communicate very well, but we stand a bit far away each other when we are talking, and there sometimes there is a friendly touch also if we are talking to each other. So it's normal. However, in abroad or in Malaysia here, I've noticed that people have value close space. Like if I'm talking to my Malaysian friends, like they tend to get close to me, and maybe because they want to hear me clearly, or I'm not sure. So, but back in Nigeria, our friend here, Nigerian friend, so we give ourselves distance. Then because our voice is so louder, so no need for us to get close before we could hear ourselves.
Okay.
See, right?
Okay, thank you very much for that. All right. So we got two more questions.
Okay,
So may you proceed?
yeah, you can proceed.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so proceeding to the next question. Based on your experience so far, do you think other cultures show emotions differently compared to Nigerians during conversations?
Like, do other cultures show emotions differently
Oh,
when they are talking to us, right? Can you repeat the question?
right. So, do you think other cultures show emotions differently? Like, as in, like, do they express anger in a different way? Maybe they don't shout as much compared to like maybe Nigerians show happiness in a different way, and in the other culture maybe they show it differently. Like maybe the tone of voice is different or body language is different, something like that.
Actually, we do not show emotion different. Our emotion is same as to everyone, maybe
Ah,
except if we are speaking to ourselves. So
I
to
see.
others, other cultures, we tend to use the same emotion. How we speak to Bengali will be same how we speak to Indian. It will be same how we speak to Singaporean, same how we speak to Malaysian. So maybe we can talk normal to other culture, but ourselves we can sometimes be so harsh and so be so loudy and so be so very hard on ourselves. But on with other cultures, we try to be so friendly and calm and try to make them understand what we are saying.
I
I
see.
see. So when it comes to emotion, it's the same, but when it comes to
Yes,
face expression, it's different, right? So
yes, yes.
Oh,
so there's the difference between those and that. Kan? Okay. Okay. Here's another question. When it comes to based on our research from the book that we are given and from the module that we look up. Okay. So what do you think about the way you dress or cultural clothing? Is it different in Malaysia or is it the same in Nigeria?
It's totally different.
It's
When
totally
I came
different.
to Malaysia, yeah, I wear some different clothes. I wear baju Melayu, I wear Indonesia clothes. I try to wear every other my culture's friend, my different other different cultures clothes, especially Malaysian clothes. So and I really wear my Nigerian clothes because if I wear my Nigerian clothes, it will look so odd and somehow, except in maybe occasion on Friday, on Eid day, or on cultural day. So my dress actually changed from Nigeria when I was in Nigeria and when I was in Malaysia.
So basically, you have your own cultural piece of clothing, but it's
Yes,
very different from
yes, it's
Malaysia,
very
and
different.
you find it hard to fit in when there's Jumaat prayer and then going to Eid prayer like that, right?
Yes.
So how do you deal with that? Like, you just try to fit in, or
Yeah, what do you say? How do you?
sorry?
Can you come again?
So how do you deal with that problem? Do you just don't mind about the differences, or you just fit in?
I just fit in actually, so that's to go along with people.
I
Mm,
see. So you don't find any trouble
yeah,
when it come to fit in, lah.
no, I don't
So for you,
find any
your
trouble.
dress code is important for you.
No, it's important, but I need to blend with people. with other people culture if I'm in their culture to
Ah,
I learn the language
Aduh, ya Allah. Apa ni buat hal pula? Apa hal ni? Takkan sebab malas. Nampak overheat siap.